Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Navy is enforcing a blockade right now. As we speak, there are sailors out to sea in and around the Arabian area, and they are enforcing exactly what the president says. And that right now is the most important thing in a long time. It's one of the first naval blockades since the Bay of Pigs under the Kennedy administration, which is very important because what you're seeing right now is going to play out, I believe, even further. And Iran now is saying that they're going to lash out and attack some of these ports. But as we speak, on every Iranian port in the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, this is day one. This started at 10 a.m. Eastern this morning. Our destroyers drew the line, and I got to tell you something. This isn't new. 220 years ago, the Barbary pirates were pulling the same stunt Iran is pulling right now, demanding tribute, charging tolls, extorting the world's shipping lanes. And you know what Thomas Jefferson did? He didn't pay. He sent the Marines to the shores of Tripoli. That line is in the Marine Corps hymn for a reason, because when a hostile power holds international waters hostage and says, pay me or your ships burn, America doesn't negotiate with pirates. We send the fleet. And we had a president before that sent pallets of cash. Okay. We're going to talk a little about that as well. But we send the fleet. Iran has been running a pirate operation in the Strait of Hormuz for over 6 weeks. And they've been controlling the Strait of Hormuz for years. And now apparently they've been charging $2 million a pop, mining the international waters, threatening to sink anyone who doesn't bow down. Well, today, the United States Navy, President Trump, Secretary of War, said that's over. We're here. Try us. And I'm gonna give you my opinion on this. I'd love to get your opinion in the chat. What you think, if the president's doing the right thing, if the Secretary of War is doing the right thing. Is there anything you don't agree with right now? But a little flashback in time. Thomas Jefferson and the Barbary pirates. History is repeating. Okay. In 1801, Thomas Jefferson refused to pay tribute to the Barbary states who were seizing American merchant ships and demanding ransom. He sent the Navy. The phrase, like I said, to the shores of Tripoli comes from that campaign. The first time America projected military power overseas to protect freedom of navigation. Iran is charging 2 million tolls per ship. They're mining the waters. They're running a pirate operation. It's very similar, except they don't have the skull and crossbones. They've got the red, white, and green. And Jefferson's answer then is America's answer now. You don't negotiate with extortion. You break it. And I'm going to show you something here that I believe some of you need to see. And, you know, it's my show, so I think we will see it. And let's check this out here, because I think this is very relevant to what is happening right now. This is a little trip down memory lane. For those of you who don't know, if there's any veterans in the chat, I'd love to see your branch of service. Marines, Semper Fi. That's all I got to say. I got something special for you.
Immediately after the Revolutionary War, the U.S. lost the protection of the naval forces of Britain and France in the Mediterranean. And the Barbary pirates were the naval forces of the satellite states of the Ottoman Empire, who essentially demanded tribute or would seize commercial vessels and hold as prisoners and hostages their crews, and sometimes even put them into slavery.
Does that sound like what Iran did to some of our sailors on board that ship? They took them, held them hostage. Does that sound similar? Or are you starting to understand how important this is now? I hope you are.
Jefferson heard about the seizures of American commerce, and he realized that something had to be done, but he was against paying tribute or ransom. So when the issue came up in Jefferson's time, Jefferson did explicitly authorize the naval forces that Congress had provided him to defend American commerce. And if they saw a Tripolitan Barbary pirate ship coming out to attack a U.S. commercial vessel, they were given instructions to go ahead and prevent that attack and to attack those vessels. He did not inform Congress of those specific instructions. It's important to emphasize that Jefferson did nothing wrong. When Congress provided him with these very impressive ships, their purpose was to defend American commerce in the Mediterranean. That's why they were built. That's why Congress paid for them. The notion that there had to be a declaration of war before any kind of military action went on between the United States and some other foreign country, that was not anything that occurred to any of the major framers of the Constitution at the time. They regarded the use of these vessels as...
Right now, everything you're seeing is it's repeating itself, except the members of Congress that we have right now have no guts. They don't care about the United States, in my opinion. And they are they would much rather Trump to fail than America succeed. And these Barbary pirates, just replace it with Hamas, the Yemenis, the Houthis, the Taliban, the ISIS, just replace that. And that's what you're seeing, the IRGC. It's the same damn thing.
As purely defensive, they were going to be going out into the Mediterranean and protecting American commerce. And the Tripolitan or Tunisian or Algerian ships that would come out and attack our commerce had already proved to be aggressive and offensively attacking. The issue of a declaration of war never came up. No one suggested that these actions were illegal because of lack of declaration of war.
That's where we're different right now, is because a lot of the members of Congress, a lot of the people around the country right now are, everybody's saying we're at war, but we're not at war. This is a conflict, and we're trying to allow free trade. Trump pulled the ultimate Uno card on these guys, the reverse. Because what happened was Iran said they were going to blockade everything, and Trump's like, well, if you're going to blockade it, I'm going to blockade you. And that's where the old double reverse come in, right? And I'm a big fan of Uno, played it for years on the submarine, but I'm glad to see this is exactly what's happening. Because now we have CENTCOM coming out and they're saying, yeah, this is happening. You can't fix it. You can't change anything. And Iran can't stop us. Do you think the Iranian Navy can do anything to stop us right now? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I don't believe they can. I'm sure some of you think that they have that capability.
The important precedent that an objective person would derive from these is that, first of all, that Congress can authorize the use of military force without a declaration of war, just by providing the president with frigates to defend American commerce. This is the way our Constitution works, with power over the same issue distributed to different branches. So it's very important that people realize that you can't simply resolve these kind of disputes in our constitutional system by saying, oh, the president has this power, commander-in-chief. Oh, the Congress has that power to declare war. That doesn't work. That's not what the framers intended. The framers intended to give powers to both branches. And
So he goes on to talk about and define the war powers and what powers are defined by Congress, what powers are defined by the executive, the president. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what is going on, no matter where. If we have troops deployed, I am backing the troops without a shadow of a doubt. And if you're not backing the troops, you will probably be uncomfortable in every live stream that I do. And now you understand where the line from the song, the Marine Corps hymn, The Shores of Tripoli. Some of you might not have known that.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land, and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Our flags unfurled to every breeze, from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far-off northern lands and in sunny tropic seas, you will find us always on the job, the United States Marines. Here's health to you and to our Corps, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and the Navy ever look on heaven's seas, they will find the streets are guarded by United States Marines.
So there you go. That is the Marine Corps song. And I don't care if you liked it. I don't care if you didn't. But I think that it needed to be played because the Marines have been around and they're not going anywhere. Now, there's about 8,000 of them that are deployed right now that could very well be used, could very well be put in harm's way. I don't think this president takes this lightly. I believe this is the first time he's really deployed troops in a way like this. And like I said, I don't think this president takes this deployment lightly. But the blockade is live. This is day one. And I saw somebody said that they were not very far from CENTCOM. And CENTCOM started enforcing this at 10 a.m. this morning. I believe we're going to see more of it. There's breaking news coming out right now that China is trying to intervene. They are worried about their own oil supply. The Asian markets are going wild right now. And I believe that was the whole premise behind a lot of Trump's moves, is to put China in check. And you put China in check when you put their oil supply in check. When you limit their fuel, that is how you control China, in my opinion. I'd love to get somebody else's opinion in there. But I think Trump has been talking about this for a long damn time. And now he's saying we're going to sink Iranian ships approaching the U.S. blockade. If we get any of these little speedboats that come up, we're going to take them out. Now, I don't know how many of you are Catholic. I don't care what religion you are, to be honest with you. But if you start praying on a rug near me, I'm probably going to get a little worried. I don't know why the Pope came out and has said that he doesn't like a military blockade on Iranian ports. I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the news with regards to President Trump and this X post where he portrayed himself as Jesus, and people are freaking out about that. And I think it's hilarious that so many people will give the Pope a pass. Trump comes out with a tweet, and I'll say this. Is it appropriate? I don't know. Is it inappropriate? I don't know. But the same people that are saying this is wrong were celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. And none of the people that are freaking out about this, well, let me phrase it this way. I think Trump did one thing again. He got everybody interested in religion. He got everybody interested in Jesus, is what he got them in. Because how many people didn't give anything, one iota about God or Jesus before President Trump posted this? Nobody's saying about anything about this guy. I think he's the candidate up in Maine with the Nazi tattoos. Nobody's saying anything about him, right? Oh, God. Let's just do it now. But nobody has said anything about the Pope being critical of everything that's happening. Now, here's one for you. This is Gavin Newsom. This one's more appropriate, I believe. You got Nancy. You got Joe. And up in the sky, you've got St. Floyd and the two felons up in the sky there. See that? Looks like you got Tim Walz and I don't know who this guy here with the long face. I'm sure another criminal that was worshipped. That's what we go. And you got Swalwell laying in bed. Swalwell's political career sank faster than an Iranian ship. I think it's amazing. But the outrage is hilarious. Now, here's another one for you. What about this one? Is this one true? Obama? And looks like he's, trying to heal the Ayatollah. I could kind of see that one too. I really could, I'm kind of liking this. So for anybody that is triggered by Trump, I want you to look at this and tell me if this is untrue. Tell me if there's anything wrong with this. The same people outraged on one side of their mouth won't say a damn thing out of their other. Right? Cigars downrange. Yeah, I'm sending a bunch of cigars. Good friend of mine owns a cigar shop here in Fayetteville. And a lot of the super chats and memberships I'm going to use to send a bunch of cigars to the USS Tripoli is where I'm sending cigars. I'm offended by hypersensitivity. I think so too. I think I'm offended by you being offended. You being offended offends me. That's what I said. So, for all of the outrage merchants that are freaking out about everything, you need some copium. You need a large dose of copium. And I'll show you this. This is one of the reasons that I've got thick skin. This is a picture of me, I think circa 1994, maybe like May or June 94. This is yours truly, back when we wore Boondockers, bell bottoms, a K-Pock, and a Dixie cover. We didn't have ball caps then. We had ball caps, but we also had Dixie covers. And we were rigging for dive. There's another guy up there forward of the sail with a rubber hammer banging on some cleats and checking the vents. You can see the vents there on the non-skid. There you go. So that's why I don't have thin skin. And some joke, some meme, me not using your pronoun is not going to bother me. Okay. Love to get your opinion on that, because there's a lot of people that just seek outrage. There are people in the chat right now that seek outrage. They want to find something to be offended by. They want to find something to get upset about. They want to find something to criticize the president about. And there's too much other stuff going on for me to get bogged down in that. Smoke them if you got them. Art, I'll get that. I try to get all the supers and recognize everything, and I really appreciate that. God bless you. Smoke them if you got them. The smoking lamp is lit in all authorized spaces. I remember that. Whenever I first joined the Navy, you could smoke on the submarines. There was like, people were smoking all over the place. Some of you might not believe that, but it's the damn truth. U.S. naval blockade against Iran is a gamble that could pay off. Analysts are starting to understand that with Trump blocking this, it is starting to affect more than just Iran. It's starting to affect other adversaries like China. I would say right now that, I would just say right now, are you joking me? Laura, Ben, I was watching Benny earlier. He used your Uno reverse card comment. Well, he did get fired from BuzzFeed for 47 counts of plagiarism. So why not? Wow. What? There's people can't, it's like comedians stealing jokes from each other, right? What a clown. And I know some of you like him. That's okay. I don't care. I'm not even going to say his name here. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not even going to say his name. Thank you, Laura. It checks with chart. That checks with all the chart. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not turning shill. There are people that have turned shill. You know them. I know them. I'm not turning shill for that. I'm not selling my morality, my opinion. I'm not doing it. Okay. Oil prices are near $100 as U.S. Navy blockades Iran's ports after peace talks fail. So oil is going to go up. Is it going to go up temporarily? I believe so. I believe it'll go up temporarily. It'll come back down. All things that go up will come down. There's more airplanes at the bottom of the ocean than there are submarines in the sky. I want to say a big shout out to my sponsor tonight here on the channel. Big shout out to my sponsor. This is Brightcore. This war in Iran's having a devastating effect on the people living there locally. What people don't realize, it's affecting everyone on the global scale, as well as even people here. Every time a missile is launched, a bomb goes off, maybe some of those particles that we're seeing in the sky, some of the chemtrails, these particles are being spread into the atmosphere, leaching into our soil and water. Eventually, everything ends up in our body, causing irreparable harm. They cross the gut lining, leaches into your blood, disrupts everything. It alters your gut bacteria. These microplastics for men get into your testicles, get into your brain, but your gut is where you stop it. And if you check out this product here, this is Kimchi 1. You get 25% off with the code Ben. You can go to brightcore.com/Ben, scan that little QR code. Or if you call the number, you save 50% off. Only when you call, you save 50% off when you call. So give them a call, 888-383-6602. So I want to say a big shout out to my sponsor there. They're part of what helps me help some vets get some service dogs and do some of that stuff, along with all of you contributing to the channel and getting memberships. So I really appreciate that. We're streaming on multiple platforms tonight. Really got to say, somebody says Trump is Trump. He works for America and her people. I want to do a little poll question here for the chat. Poll question for the chat, because there's a lot of people that are, I don't know, I think they're hung up on some of the ideas that President Trump has came up with. Okay, there's a lot of people that are doing that, and I'm not sure why it has come to that, but there's a lot of people that think that President Trump can be controlled, or that they think that Trump is maneuverable or malleable. Do you think Trump is working for anyone other than the American people? I don't believe so. I know he's not trying to get reelected, because he's doing stuff on a daily basis that are just triggering the living hell out of people. Oh, here we go. Last week, David Axelrod met with Pope Leo days before coming out and attacking Trump. David Axelrod was Obama's former senior advisor. Thank you for that, James, my Coast Guard vet. God bless you. Now it's starting to make sense. Now it's really tying the room together, you know? Apparently, Vice President J.D. Vance was just on with Brett Baer. And I'd like to watch a little bit this to see what he says about these talks getting broken down. If you want to see this, let me know in the chat. 1 for yes, 2 for no. But I think I'd like to hear a little bit of JD.
And thanks for the time.
Thank you.
What happened, and where do we go from here?
Well, first of all, Brett, I wouldn't just say that things went wrong. I also think things went right. We made a lot of progress, but we also made very clear, and I think this is part of the progress we made, what the terms where the United States could make some accommodation, what terms we were flexible on, and what things we absolutely needed to see in order for the President of the United States to feel like he was getting a good deal. And so we laid those things out. We had some good conversations. I think it was the first time that you had ever seen the Iranian government, the U.S. government meet at such a high level, maybe in the history of the current leadership of Iran. So that's, I think, a positive. And again, we did make some progress in the negotiation. The big question from here on out is whether the Iranians will have enough flexibility, whether the Iranians will accept the critical things that we need to see in order for things to get done.
Well, what are the red lines, like, for Iran, and what didn't they accept? Why are we at the place we're at now?
Yeah, so back out just a little bit, Brett. What the President of the United States has said is, number one, Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. So all of our red lines flow from that fundamental premise, because it is one thing for the Iranians to say that they themselves are never going to have a nuclear weapon. They are willing to say that, and that's good. But you have to, of course, verify these things. And there are two things in particular where the President of the United States really said we have no flexibility. We have to get to the outcome that the president said. On the first of those things, what some people call the dust, which is the enriched uranium that the Iranians currently possess, we have said that we want that to come out of their country.
Okay, now this is the part that I'm concerned with, is the enriched uranium. And just on cue, I want to say the Wicked Witch of the West comes out, and I've just got to play this. It's too conveniently timed, is what this is. This is too convenient for me to ever think anything but I don't believe in coincidences. Smoke them if you got them. Listen to this. So JD Vance wants to get rid of the uranium. Look who come out from under the rock. I think the house fell on her sister.
You know, Joe, let me just say this. When I was Secretary of State and beginning the secret negotiations with Iran to try to reach a nuclear weapons deal to prevent them from ever having a nuclear arsenal, it was a very slow, deliberative process. This is hard work. You don't just show up in Geneva or Islamabad, talk for a bunch of hours and go away. This is hard, disciplined effort that has to go into diplomacy to reach any result. You know, Joe, let me just say this. When I was Secretary of State...
So you heard there from the Crypt Keeper, Hillary Clinton. I had to change headphones there. Those other ones had a little pop in it. So you heard from the Hillary Clinton Crypt Keeper that it's almost like she came out purposefully and tried to steal a little thunder. She's trying to pat herself on the back because of this Iranian uranium deal. Is that any coincidence to anyone? Does that make any sense? It really kind of pisses me off is what it does, because I would prefer her never to show her, well, she didn't show her face, but her voice will get rid of mice in your house. That's what I think.
And we would like to take possession of it. Now, why does that matter? That doesn't matter, of course, because they have access to that material now. That material is actually buried underground by Operation Midnight Hammer. But if you think about this over the long haul, the president doesn't want to leave the next president or the president after that to be worrying about this program. And so we would like to get that material out of the country completely so that the United States has control of it. That's number one. And the second thing is that, again, to this point about verification, it's one thing for the Iranians to say that they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. It's another thing for us to put in place the mechanism to ensure that's not going to happen. Part of that is, of course.
Does anyone believe Iran right now? I mean, if you believe them, I am a Navy SEAL. I am Delta Force, Team Bro 9, all that stuff. I don't think we can trust these people. And I don't know how presidents since Jimmy Carter have trusted them, funded them, sent them money. How did this happen? What does Iran have on all of these previous presidents? I feel like they are, what's the term? What's the term where you're like controlled? There's a word, and I cannot for the life of me think of it. They all are compromised. Thank you so freaking much, Happy Hiker. They've all been compromised. Yes. But I don't know what compromised them. Is there anyone in the chat that can tell me what they have on them? Why has everyone been so afraid of one country? Why did it take the current president to stand up to them? I can't get it. I have looked. I have tried to figure this out. I don't know if the internet's been scrubbed. I don't know if the internet has been scrubbed. I don't know if emails have been scrubbed. I don't know what it is. Somebody said dirty laundry. I would love to understand what the hell has happened for for these people to be this compromised? I can't figure it out. It just doesn't make sense to me. And maybe you can let me know. Is it just money? Because the Obamas have billions. The Clintons have billions. Bush has billions. Joe Biden has billions of our money. I don't think it's money. I don't think somebody in the chat let me know what it is. What compromised them to one evil dictatorship? When they get in front of a camera here in America, it is all somebody says it's spiritual. You might be right. I don't know if these people have made a deal with something bigger. You ever watch the movie Crossroads? Have you ever saw that movie? It's got Steve Vai, Ralph Macchio. I forget the other guy's name. He's a harmonica player. And it's a movie about a guy by the name of Walter Johnson, a guitar player. Or was it Jack Johnson? Walter Johnson, I believe. Guitar player, blues guitar player. And there's a very famous story that he went to a crossroads in North Mississippi, dirt road, and made a deal with the devil. And the deal with the devil, he was going to gain all of this notoriety and power and be the best guitarist ever. Robert Johnson, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I knew it was Walter, Michael, whatever. But he made a deal with the devil. And apparently this is a mythological story. There could be something to it. I don't know. But do you think that this is something like that? Do you think it's not Freemasons, but yes, a few are in the skulls? Oh, we got our Freemason guy. We got it. Okay. So, I mean, do you think that these former presidents going all the way back to Carter, to Reagan, Bush 1, Bush 2, Clinton, Obama, Biden, do you think they made a deal with somebody? Were the envelopes at the funeral, was that something? Because it seems like the only guy that hasn't made a deal with them is in right now. I don't know, man. I started thinking about it because I saw Crossroads, the movie. The Crossroads is where Bob Dylan sold his soul. I thought it was Robert Johnson. Robert Johnson. Steve Vai plays Jack Johnson. Man, it's a great movie. You got to watch it. It's a great movie. Phenomenal movie. But do you think that's a real possibility? Am I like completely crazy for even conceiving something like this? But I think some of them could have done this. I think somebody says he's not in the club. Why isn't? Somebody said Jeff Beck's the best guitar I'd ever play. You're wrong. It's Roy Clark. Don't make me ban you. Don't make me ban you. It's Roy Clark. Roy Clark, best guitarist ever to pick up anything with strings. He could play Devil Went Down to Georgia on a pair of boot strings. But did these presidents make a deal with someone or something? Were they all too afraid to upset the apple cart when it comes to Islam? That's what I think this could boil down to. That's really what I think this could boil down to. And the first guy that doesn't, they try to shoot him.
course, to ensure that they don't have the ability to enrich uranium, which is how they got so close to a nuclear weapon before. So those are really the two things where, frankly, the Iranians, I think, did make some progress. They moved in our direction, which is why I think we would say that we had some good signs, but they didn't move far enough. And so what we decided is, you know what? Given that we don't think this current team and this current timeline is going to be able to make a deal, let them go back to Tehran. We're going to go back to Washington, and that's where we are today.
So is there a next step? Are there more talks coming? Do they happen in Pakistan, and are you leading them?
Well, it's an interesting question, Brett, and I think fundamentally it's a question that would be best put to the Iranians because the ball really is in their court. We've made clear where we're willing, again, to be accommodating, and we've made clear where we absolutely need to see the nuclear material come out of the country of Iran. Now, what's interesting, Brett.
Let me ask you this, chat. You guys are always smarter than I am on this. Is the uranium a deal breaker? If we allow them to have uranium, we could very well be back there in a year, in 2 years, when another Democrat's elected. Is uranium a deal breaker? Put the membership up right there. You can join the channel as a member. Scan that with your phone right there if you want to become a member on the channel. You get access to a little Discord server. Is the uranium a deal breaker? That 2100 says it is. Let's do this. Well, I want to get a real number on this. I want to get a real number. Take your last number. That's a lyric from a song. Is the uranium a deal breaker? My opinion, it is. Because these clowns lost mines. They lost mines in the ocean that are just drifting around. If you look at the pictures with the man with the crown is above Trump. Oh, okay, cool. President Trump said today that he thought the AI meme was him of a doctor or Red Cross worker. Cool. I think it's amazing. I say he should make more memes, and I think the next one should be a hymn of Allah to troll those people. You want to see Democrats melt down? Trump with a meme being Jesus? Nothing. Trump being Allah or Muhammad or whatever other goat herder, then you see the real meltdown. Then you see the meltdown. Obama would lose his wig. Millions in defense before a cent in tribute. Thomas Jefferson. What a great quote. Pat Matt. Thank you. Cigars for the troops. We could smoke aboard Coast Guard ships in the 80s. When I first got to my first submarine, you could smoke everywhere. Everybody in control. Well, no. There's a helmsman and a plainsman. Only one of you could be smoking on the planes. Chief of the watch and dive could both smoke. Officer of the deck could smoke. Quartermaster could smoke with paper charts, which was amazing. FTOW could smoke. The messenger could smoke. Nav center smoking like a freight train. Sonar, everyone in sonar could smoke except for the broadband operator because that's safety of ship. It was light. It was smoke them if you got them, baby. One of the best things that ever happened to me was 3 cartons of cigarettes and two 6-packs of Mountain Dew. I'll tell you that story sometime if you want to know it. But I got some liberty in Thailand for that. Thank you, Randy Bruno. Really appreciate you. We could smoke aboard Coast Guard ships in the 80s. Absolutely. Show us your papers. I'm pissed. I had to fix my own Hot Pocket tonight. Oh, that's sad. Tell mommy to do it next time. J-Rod, I do think it's about money, yet the final play for Iran was to take over America. All of those presidents would still be rich and untouched. It was too late. Oh, it was to sell out America. It's all satanic until now. J-Rod, I can't say you're wrong. And I want to give a big shout out to all of my super chatters so far. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. I'm breaking out the big one for you tonight.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, Boom, we could do Boom Shakalaka. We love the Boom Shakalaka, you know. Nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it. They say, sir, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing a Boom Shakalaka. And they say, sir, we've never seen anybody do it quite like you're doing it, but we're doing it very well. And I can say that.
That's our friend Sean Farish. He was on the show and he cut that for us live. Some of you were here, some of you weren't. Oh gosh, what is this? Let me see here. There we go. I had to reply to something right that. There we go. See here. We'll see what happens. But I believe, where was I at? I can't think about it right now. But I believe that what we're seeing is a real deal with someone. And the poll in the chat looks like it as well. A lot of people say 97% uranium is the deal breaker. Uranium's the deal breaker. I don't want to go back there. I say we finish the job. Finish the job, never go back. Do not go back there. We leave that place in better hands, hopefully. Let me show you some of this. Let me show you some of this. This is apparently the Iranian Navy at this point. This is what they're down to. Speedboats. Now, I believe these speedboats could really play some trouble because they can get in close like a swarm. If you've ever been into some yellow jackets, I believe this could really cause some problems because they move so fast. That's what I think. However, when they line up like that, these A-10 Warthogs, boy, oh boy, oh boy. A-10 Warthogs are not going to play around. And I think if you've got the United States Navy on alert like this, that these little fast boats, these little speed boats are going to do nothing more than just probably upset somebody said A-10 food. I think there's a thing called an E-Wiz as well, right? The phalanx. Let's see here. The phalanx would be a heck of a system to mow those things down very quickly. Very quickly. Let's go here. I want to jump through some of this stuff real quick. We played the Hillary thing. That probably got rid of all the bugs in your house. Okay, gotcha. All the mice. The USS George Bush is en route. It just passed through the Strait of Gibraltar. It's probably headed through the Suez Canal right now. When that gets there, that's going to give us the capability of about 200 aircraft. It's going to give about 200 aircraft the capability to put more warheads on foreheads there. That's a beautiful ship, isn't it? Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful ship. Full of firepower. Love everything about it. I do love watching this stuff too. This is, I know a lot of y'all like watching this. There you go. I love seeing all of this. I don't know about you, but that right there, if I'm Iran, I'm worried. Very, very worried. Here's one for you. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but we got to talk about this.
I was talking with a friend recently, and we were talking about, one of the big dangers in the world, of course, is nuclear proliferation, though, of course, the Biden administration doesn't care about it. And I was talking about, what is the first truly Islamist country that will get a nuclear weapon? And we were like, maybe it's Iran, maybe Pakistan already kind of counts. And then we sort of finally decided maybe it's actually the UK, since Labour just took over. But
do you think the first Islamic country to get nuclear weapons will be England? Wow. That is our vice president that just said that. Now, there's some new satellite imagery that just came out as well. This is Larrick Island, which is very close to the Strait of Hormuz. And you can see some smoke that is billowing out there. I don't know what's happened. Sorry, this is Karg Island. Karg Island. There's smoke billowing out of Karg Island. This was this morning. Looks like this red flash that could very well have been some kind of munitions explosion. Love to get your opinion on that. Do you think it's us? Do you think it's the Israelis? Do you think it is maybe even, the Iranians trying to do something with that? I don't know. At this point, I think the Iranians would do something just to escalate things. I'm a firm believer in that's what I think they're capable of. Apparently, what's the guy's name? Not Gavin Newsom. Swalwell has now resigned from Congress. That's a big one. I'm glad. I'm going to piss some people off whenever I tell you who I think is going to be the next governor of California, but you go ahead.
Tonight, at least 13 U.S. warships are blocking all tankers going to and from Iranian ports, an effort to choke off Iran's economic lifeline and dial up pressure to reach a peace deal after marathon talks over the weekend failed to produce one.
I can tell you that we've been called by the other side. They'd like to make a deal very badly. Very badly.
Now, the Pentagon is warning that any ship trying to get through without authorization is subject to interception, diversion, and capture. But the move could backfire by putting American assets at risk and restricting the global oil supply. President Trump defended his decision.
They're really blackmailing the world. We're not going to let that happen. And, the amazing thing is we don't. Can you believe this? We don't use this trade. We don't need this trade.
Today, crude oil prices hit almost $100 a barrel, with average U.S. gas prices at $4.12 a gallon. This weekend, Trump was asked if oil and gas prices will be lower before the midterm elections in November.
I hope so. I think so. It could be, or the same, or maybe a little bit higher.
A new CBS News poll found more than half of Americans say gas prices have been a financial hardship. Iran's parliament speaker had this message: enjoy the current pump figures. With the so-called blockade, soon you'll be nostalgic for $4 to $5 gas.
There's no DoorDash order for you, Mr. President.
Today, Trump tried to shift the focus to a popular economic policy by having fast food delivered to the White House.
No tax on tips, right?
The driver, a grandmother from Arkansas, says no tax on tips.
A granny from Arkansas, woo pig,
has made a huge difference.
I saved over $11,000 by not having to claim.
U.S. officials tell CBS News there's continued engagement with Iran. And
do you think Iran collapses and we see a peace deal soon? I kind of think that. This just came out just a few minutes ago that Iran is on the phone with the president trying to cut a deal tonight. They're trying to get a deal right now. And it looks like China is pushing them to get this deal. This is big. This is really, really big. And I believe the president holds all of the cards right now. And I believe by having the United States Navy in that region, having them in that region, locking down the Strait of Hormuz, locking down everything that's coming in and out of there, gives the president the upper hand. I want you to see this. Do you think that would change some minds? I'm going to tell you right now, I love seeing this. You got an Osprey at the front. You've got the AWACS. Looks like some F-18s. The Super Hornets there, flying in formation over a carrier strike group, a battle group. What? And you can see the submarine right there. There's like, it's right over there. Wow. That is going to change some plans. I believe that could change some plans of some of these radical, we'll just call them wackadoodles. I think that's what they should be called, is wackadoodles. Trump isn't leaving Iran. All uranium is out, until all uranium's out, and is under leadership, under American terms, Venezuela 2.0, and Trump will be collecting tolls. I like it. I like where you're going with this. Trump will be collecting tolls until the conflict is paid for in full, maybe a little extra pocket change. You know, J-Rod, I'm not opposed to that. I'm really okay with that. Got a poll in the chat. 70% of you think Steve Hilton will be the next governor of California. I don't believe so. And I know I might upset the apple cart by telling you that I don't believe Steve Hilton wins. But, you know, somebody says, let's see here. Okay. Oh, big shout out to G-Dub. Big shout out to G-Dub. Just got a message from G-Dub. As all of you know, G-Dub's out in California. His dad, getting up in years, hasn't been doing well. G-Dub just sent a text message about 12 minutes ago. 911 just came again and picked up dad. When we know something, you'll know something. Jesus, please, Lord, please pray for us, my brother from another mother. Y'all give a big shout out to G-Dub. G-Dub, wish you the best. God bless you. Godspeed. And I pray for your father. Pray for your mother. Thank you very much for that message, G-Dub. Y'all give G-Dub a big God bless you in the chat. Another one. Let's see here. Hey, brother, my mother just passed yesterday morning. God bless you. Just had a request from the son of a Holtec. If you might show my dad's boat, USS Tulare. My father would have loved you. I don't know what the USS Tulare is. Let's see what that is. USS Tulare. USS Tulare. What is the USS Tulare? Some kind of cargo ship. A cargo ship. Let's see what the Tulare is. Big shout out to this gentleman's mother that just passed away. God bless her. May her rest in peace. And she's with no pain right now. This is the Tulare. Look at that. God bless him. Fair winds and following seas. That was the keel was laid in 53, decommissioned in 86. It was mothballed until 92. God bless him. Rest in peace. See here, man, we got some bad news. Getting on it today. Did you receive it? Just want to be sure. I got some from Allen down in Louisiana. I got a bunch of sausage, some like stuff, almost like some boudin. Mark in Pittsburgh accepted Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. Pass this on. God bless you, Mark. I have no idea if that's possible. Good luck. No clue. Somebody else asked a question there. Let's do this. Let's take a handful of calls here. Y'all give a big shout out to G-Dub in the chat. His dad just picked up by 911. G-Dub's out in Compton. And wow. God bless you, G-Dub. Lines are open. 615-474. Right here. Kick us off. James, Virginia.
Hey, I'm the first time caller tonight. How about that?
What you got, James?
Well, listen, I was thinking what the Iranians they they've got something.
You got to turn that audio down. I'm getting an echo, James.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I must accidentally hit the button most time I muted. But anyway, what I think the Iranians, the leadership over there, I think they're the same as our demons in this country right here. These communist Democrats, they're all evil, and they all following the same master, the Prince of Darkness. I truly believe that. I think it's biblical. Another thing, Trump, is biblical with Trump too, because if you've got somebody like it was a demon, and they got around Jesus Christ, where they would go slam off and tell on themselves that they were a demon. Now you get people around Trump, they got the TDS, that demon in them, and they just blurt it out. They can't contain themselves. Hey Ben, we need to have a troll with TDS to call in. We need some entertainment.
I love it when they do. God bless you. Thank you, sir. Let's go, Ed, Poplar Bluff.
Yes. If I may say, first of all, Ben, I love you and your show. Don't ever change. And sorry for all the losses of mothers and fathers. Now, I'll make this quick, Ben, as I usually do. I believe that this started, and I may be wrong, but back with the father Bush that got in office about the cheating and stuff. And I believe the elites, the Democrats, and the libertards have always been against somebody like Trump, and he stopped what they was for. He interrupted their intentions for the United States, and he messed up their ideals.
I think you're onto something, Ed. God bless you. I think you're onto something, Ed. I think Trump, when he first said he was going to run, they all laughed. They all laughed at him. They didn't think he was real. Let's go, Grimwrath. What do you got?
I got a heart that's sad tonight. G-Dub, we love you, brother, and may our prayers go to your family.
I'm glad you said that. Thank you very much, Grimwrath. Really appreciate that.
And one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Let's put the warheads to foreheads on them sons of bitches, because I'm tired of them. 50 years of bullshit.
I don't understand how all of these.
In.
I don't understand how all of these presidents just kick the can down the road, and finally Donald Trump is, taking advantage, taking out the trash.
Because, you gotta look at Obama. He doesn't even have a birth certificate that's legal. You gotta look at Clinton. He was married to the wicked witch of the West that gave away our uranium that's now sitting in Iran. I mean, it's not hard to figure out if people pay attention. They just have to pull their head out of their fucking asses.
God bless you, Grimwrath. God bless you. He got a little passionate there. God bless you. I don't know who sent me this novel in messages, but don't do that again. I'll gladly block your number. You sent me a 4-page message. You asked about former presidents being compromised. I believe Congress. Okay. Call in and tell me. I don't have time to read that. I appreciate it. I'll save it and I'll read it later when I have insomnia. Here we go. There was a couple other things I wanted to show you here that, yeah, I saw that. Can I get some of that moonshine? Happy hiker. I don't know. I don't know anything about moonshine, but apparently it's legal. You can make your own now. You can make your own now. Sending prayers to G-Dub. God bless you. G-Dub, we're lifting you up with prayer, and your father. And we really hope that your father makes a very quick recovery. Very quick recovery. I want to check something out here, and we'll take a couple more calls while I'm looking at that. The lines are open. Feel free. Appreciate all of you calling in. Appreciate the passion. Just turn the audio down before you call. That's it. Go. Line one. Where you?
Hello. Here, hold on, Sherry.
Hello.
Yes.
Am I on?
You are. You're live. What would you like to say? Where are you calling from?
I'm Sherry from Omaha, Nebraska.
Sherry in Omaha.
Sherry in Omaha, and I just would like to say that that we know that Jesus Christ is going to be the King of Jerusalem. He's going to be the King Jesus in the millennium.
Mm-hmm.
There is the power of Satan. I'm a little nervous, and I shouldn't be, but Satan controls Iran. That's where his headquarters on earth is there. That's why that place is so evil. This is a spiritual battle. It's the battle between good and evil. And unfortunately, we can look back the last 50 years over the leaders we've had and know which side that they were representing.
Do you think they were scared of Iran, or they just played along?
That depends on which one. I don't think I almost called him by the name I call him, but Obama, I don't think he was scared because he's a Shiite. I think he's one of them, That's why he gave him so much money.
Well, thank you for calling. I really appreciate it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
sir.
God bless you. Let me grab
God
this
bless
other
you.
one. Yes,
Bye-bye.
ma'am. Let's go right here. Line 3. No.
Yeah.
You got to turn this audio down in the background.
I did.
Last
I did.
time I'll
I
say
did.
it. Okay. What would you like to say?
I just wanted to ask you a question. Did you see that they're turning away Chinese tankers from the Gulf of America?
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Absolutely. Yeah, I did. And I believe that is the best way to affect the Chinese government and all their corruption. All the fentanyl that's coming into the United States, the Chinese have supplied it to the cartels. The cartels moves it for the Chinese into our country. And this is the way that we do that. God bless you. I appreciate you.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Thank you very much. Eunice, what would you like to say, Eunice?
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Oh, I'm just, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed still. All that coffee, I guess.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm going to make this quick because I know you're busy and people
Sure.
want to call in. I just want everybody to reflect on what's going on now. We got all these problems with Iran, with Trump, with this one, that one, this one's killing that one, this one's going with somebody else's wife or whatever. We've had 3 deaths in the chat. God bless G-Dub's father, Justin's mother, and Debbie's cousin. And just think about all the petty bullshit that we talk about all day. This one said a bad word to me. This one cut me off in the Discord, or somebody stepped on my toe. There's so much better things and more important things to worry about than all this petty nonsense. Let's start worrying about and doing something. Take all that energy and put it to what's good in the world instead of all this nonsense, all this petty bullshit. I can't stand it anymore. Even what's going on, I just can't take it. Yeah, people are so full of bullshit.
When did we get so thin-skinned and so distracted? Because I think those go hand in hand.
When everybody's decided they had to be so politically correct and everybody got, like the men got feminine and the women got macho. Give me a freaking break. Be what you are. I don't care what you lick, what you stick. I
That's
don't
my
care.
theory. That's my theory.
Don't shove it down my throat because it's not going nowhere.
I agree.
But
God bless you,
it's
Eunice.
just like,
I appreciate
grow
your
up. Take
perspective.
care.
God bless you. Great call from Eunice. When did we get thin-skinned and distracted? Because I think those go hand in hand. I think they go hand in hand. I think there's a lot of people that manipulate us because we're easily distracted. Right now, my full focus is on the safety of the men and women deployed to Iran. Here in the United States, I want the SAVE Act to get passed. Because of all these other distractions, we've ignored these things. Think of the distraction merchants that come out and do this. Somebody said when participation trophy started. That's Joe, one of my moderators there. I agree. I think that's when it started. But you've got these distraction merchants. Let's take a little trip down distraction merchant lane. Shall we? Let's take a little trip down distraction merchant lane. Who do you think in the chat is the #1 distraction merchant on social media right now? And we'll go check them out. Who do you think is the #1 distraction merchant? I will say the most prolific distraction merchant is a guy with the initials. Oh, whoa. Somebody said Candace. I was going with AJ. I was going with Alex Jones is my distraction merchant. Let's see what old Alex is doing, right? Let's see what Alex is putting out tonight. I think he has been a distraction merchant for years. And all he does is spew. I mean, he wants to attack Trump, beat him up. He's going to eliminate him. All this other stuff, right? I think he has been a distraction merchant. Somebody said Candace. Let's see. Candace Owens, right? She's a distraction merchant. Eunice is onto something. You think Candace is a bigger distraction merchant than Alex? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. The Babylon BB. So that's pretty funny. Megan, Tucker, Candace, Alex are wildly unpopular and irrelevant, yet it would be their fault if Republicans lose the midterms. I would probably agree with that. I would probably agree with that statement. And what's really ironic is Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are back working for Fox News. They both work for Fox News again. Little organization called Red Seat Ventures. It's owned by Fox News. And you got Candace still on the Charlie Kirk train. She is a woman scorned. Right? That's one of the political distraction merchants that I think is involved in this. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Let me know what you think. Because I think we've got some distraction merchants. Salem is advertisement, Tucker, for, I don't know what Salem is. No, lines are open. I turn them off when I'm talking so I don't get lit up. There we go. Line 2. What do you got?
How you doing, Mr. Dykes? MWP, Mercer County, Pennsylvania.
God bless you.
I'd like to make a little bit of a statement. I think Trump played every single enemy that we have on the face of the earth. He cut off all their oil and made them come to the Gulf of America. Am I correct, sir? What's your take on that, sir?
You know, I'm telling you, Trump has a way of exposing everyone that hates America. And now there's hundreds of tankers setting sail for the Gulf of America. You're 1,000%.
I seen that. I seen that map website where all the ships, you can like track them. They're all headed to Florida, sir.
It's pretty
incredible.
amazing.
I never seen anything like it.
It's pretty amazing. It is pretty
Yes, sir.
amazing that instead of us buying oil from other countries, we've got people coming to us to buy it from us. That's amazing.
Mr. Dykes, do you think this was his plan the whole time?
I think Trump had two goals. I think some of his goals changed when he got shot. But I think at the core of it, he doesn't want any country like Iran to have a nuclear weapon, number one.
Right.
And I think forever Trump has been very adamant about Iran and China having way too much control over America. And he has pushed communism out of our hemisphere. And I think when things get cleared up in Iran, his next move is Mexico. That's my opinion.
Let's hope so. Thanks for taking my call, sir. Have a good night.
God bless you, MWP. Take care. Great call. I think somebody else called in while we were on the line. You're welcome to call back. What do you think Trump's next move is? Is it Cuba? Is it Mexico? I can't believe Candace and Tucker work for Fox now. You want me to prove you? I can prove to you that Candace and Tucker, or not Candace, Megan and Tucker work for Fox News now. Line 2, go. Line 2, go.
Hey, Ben, it's AJ in Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question for you. I had heard that Chinese have a port in Cuba. I know there was a Russian submarine down there hanging around Cuba.
Sure.
I know the Russian subs were driving by Britain waving high.
Uh-huh.
It kind of worries me if we're sending everything towards the strait. Well, what's protecting us? I mean, don't we have a Chinese port in California too?
I don't believe it's a Chinese port. There's goods and services brought on from container ships there, but I don't believe it's a Chinese port. It's an American port.
Well,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was supposedly fenced in, and there was a whole bunch of Chinese guards there and stuff. Nobody could get in. I don't know about any of it. All I know is the Euphrates River is dried up. People might want to go to the Lord. I don't mean to be a fear tactic, but it just seems like there might be a sneak attack on us if we're not paying attention.
I'll tell you this. This is my opinion, and I believe Ronald Reagan talked about it very, very adamantly. The easiest way to control someone, keep them scared.
Right.
I'm not scared, and you're not going to control me.
Okay,
I don't go to bed at night wondering if I don't wake up where I'm going. I have a good idea I'm going. I have a good idea where I'm going.
Didn't that happen before where we weren't paying attention, like Hawaii? We had all of our ships somewhere. Yeah, we had all our ships. Well, there was a lot of them were parked there, but we were focusing somewhere else, and it just seems like it's almost like that same scenario going on.
Okay. I don't believe we didn't have the technology then that we do now to be able to maintain. We didn't have something called NORAD. We didn't have a thing called SOSUS arrays. We have massive military bases on both coasts. We have ComSubPac in Hawaii. If you don't know what that is, look that up. We didn't have satellites that are tracking every piece of moving equipment in the ocean. NORAD.
We also didn't have Trump.
NORAD in Colorado, whenever an aircraft takes off, when it leaves the ground, it is being tracked out of Colorado. NORAD. Thank you for calling. God bless you. Let me show the doubters. There was somebody that said they didn't believe that Fox News, Megan, some of these names are probably going to upset you. Some of these names are going to upset you. The people that are now working for Fox News. And, you know, I mean, I don't care if you get upset here. This channel. You're welcome to get upset here. So the name of this website is Red Seat Ventures. It is it's a social media company. And these are all of their clients. It says who we are, what we do. And then you go here and you see our creators. Some of these faces you might trust: Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Brett Cooper, Piers Morgan, Bill O'Reilly, Jillian Michaels, Sean Spicer, Dana Lash, Jesse Kelly, Mike Baker. You starting to recognize some of these names? Mark Halperin, Link Lauren, Emily Jashinsky, one of the most radical leftists you can see. She's as leftist as Tucker. Brian Kilmeade, Greg Gutfeld, Will Cain. I mean, they're actual employees of Fox, right? They're on their network. But here's the interesting part. So news and commentary, that's who all these people work for, Red Seat Ventures, right? And it gives all their network shows and all this other stuff. Now, let me show you this one. Fox Corporation acquires Red Seat Ventures. You see this? February 10th, 2025, 1 year and 2 months ago, Fox bought Red Seat Ventures. So let me ask you this. Fox Corporation. See the big Fox. Now they're pulling the strings for all of them. The news is, I will show you what the news is. The news is, it's WWE, guys. It is WWE. The news is fake. They all work together. They hate each other on TV. They hate each other in front of the camera. They hate each other when they're behind a microphone. But then it's all fake and nobody gets hurt. Nobody ever gets hurt. Nobody ever gets a black eye. Nobody ever gets a bloody nose. No one ever gets hurt because it's fake. The news is fake and wrestling is fake. That is a fact. Why do all wrestlers on TV have nice shiny teeth? Perfect cosmetics, perfect hair, perfect makeup. It's all fake, guys. And the news is all fake. And I just showed you how fake it is. Red Seat Ventures. Talk to me. I brought you the receipts. And now you know. Lines are open. I'm sorry I ruined the game for you. I'm sorry I told you how the magic trick worked. I'm sorry I ruined the sleight of hand. Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, all of these clowns are all working against you. They're all working against you. There's channels on YouTube that you could probably throw into this. Let's go here. Line one.
Yeah, hello, Ben.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say that some of the other callers that called in are right. I mean, this is biblical, everything that's going on, because I can remember clear back whenever I was a little kid. All the same stuff that's going on right now was preached about years ago. I mean, years ago. And no one knew when it was going to happen, but they knew the details of what was going to happen when it did. And I mean, one of my family members was given a vision overnight about the Twin Towers the morning before it happened. He had a dream about a little girl with hair made out of fire and another one, her hair was made out of smoke, and they both fell. And then the next morning when he got up and turned on the TV, Twin Towers was on fire. One of them had fire coming out of it. One of them had smoke. And God revealed to him right as he seen it on the news. He connected the dots for him. He didn't connect the dots. God did it for him. And that's just how it works. I mean, God's true followers won't be surprised. They may be angry at things that go on, but they won't be surprised. Because God says people can stand right in the middle of chaos that is his people. And it won't be that they don't care, but they'll be perfectly calm. They won't be like everyone else running around like a mad cat.
I can pick that up. Yeah, I agree with you.
All right. Thanks, Ben.
God bless you. Great call. Are you starting to understand? The news. What's that? Ben no mustachios. I don't know what that means. Don't know. Why do you think Rush Limbaugh was so hated? Does it make sense? Grimrath, you already called once. You already called once, and you dropped an F-bomb. Brett Cooper's a huge supporter of Trump. I think you're wrong. Line 2, go right ahead.
Hi, I'm calling from New York.
Thank you for calling.
And I just wanted to say that I think everybody gets so crazy. I kind of go along with what the other woman said about how everybody just gets so crazy over a picture or a word. And I think it did start in school, but I don't think it just started with trophies. I think it's been going on for decades. We've been dumbed down. I mean, I watch some of these videos like at spring break, and you have college kids that don't even know what Memorial Day is.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, why do we celebrate Labor Day or anything? You know, who was the first president or where the Capitol was? These are college kids.
I agree with you.
And it's just really unbelievable. But that's all I had to say.
Well, I appreciate you calling. God bless you. Great call. Great call. I don't know about that. Somebody sent me a message there. I believe we are played. Once you recognize what to look for, they can't play you anymore. But I believe there's a lot of people that get played. And I say played, I mean distracted. That's what I believe. I believe a lot of people are easily distracted. Brett Cooper is no fan of President Trump. Let's go right here. What do you got, Bubblehead?
Sonar Con coming right to 080 to resolve bearing ambiguity.
I think we need to do a Demis wiggle is what we got to do. We got to clear some baffles. What would you like to say tonight?
Oh, Crazy Ivan?
Yep, Crazy Ivan. What do you got?
Right on. Well, this first time I had a chance to talk to you since you viewed the outro video. Glad
Great
you liked
video.
it.
We'll play it
was
tonight.
My pleasure. Hell yeah. All right, it was my pleasure. Two quick things real quick. I'm the non-qual here on this channel, brand new to this community. Ben, I got to tell you, you've fostered something beautiful here. We got 41 for Freedom sailors. We got Marine veterans from Vietnam. We got 12-year-old warriors calling in wanting to join the Army. What a beautiful group of people you have here. I take in a lot of content, 10, 11, 12 hours a day, and there's a lot of negativity out there. But we don't find anything
the negativity.
Here.
I hate negativity, man.
It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I just want to say how much I appreciate it. And then last thing before I go, if you're interested, I want to make you an offer. It drives me nuts hearing Nikki Haley and Hillary Clinton talking about uranium retrieval, something they know nothing about.
Are you saying you've been in the reactor compartment?
I'm sorry?
Are
Say
you
it again?
trying to say you know something about uranium and you've been in the reactor compartment of a nuclear submarine?
I've received significant amounts of radiation from non-natural sources. So if you're interested, right now, this is not a quick conversation, but we could talk if you wanted to go 60 or 90 minutes or something like that. We could have an in-depth conversation for your audience on what it would take to retrieve that uranium. If that's something you're interested in doing, let me know. I got a good audio set up. I'll have to get a better camera. All right, so I'll need 48 hours for that. But if that's something your audience is interested in hearing, what it would take to get that uranium out of the ground, I'd love to sit down and talk to you about it.
Because, I mean, you and I both know that you just don't go in and pick this stuff up and expect to get anywhere without some real radiation hazards, poisoning, toxic.
They talk about sending Navy SEALs in. They are not the SEALs, Delta, DevGru, Tier 1 operators, fantastic at what they do. They have no idea how to do this. And it's something they're not trained for. And you can't be trained overnight. You know, it's not mission readiness. They are not prepared to do that type of mission. Now, would they be involved setting security? Of course. But they're sitting ducks. But either way, that's a really long conversation. And if you want to have it, hit me up offline. I'll be happy to.
I'm going to put a poll in the chat right now. I'm going to put a poll in the chat right now. I don't think a lot of people understand shielding. I remember whenever I got my qual card, my first qual card, and I was so scared to go back aft. And then there was this nuke electrician. What was his name? Everybody called him Uncle Bob, Brighter, Uncle Bob. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his last name, but everybody called him Uncle Bob. And Uncle Bob was like, dude, there's nothing to be scared about. I'm going to show you what you need to know. You're a coner. This is what I want you to know. This is what you don't need to know more than I want you to know. And I was like, okay. And he ran me through the whole thing of like, I remember it was like the different types of radiation were cookies. You had the alpha, the gamma, the neutron, and I forget the other one, but they were all cookies and you could eat one, throw one away, put one in your pocket. And I think there was something else. I forget the last one.
That's a training tool of different types of radiation. And he was 100%. You see, you rememred it. So it was obviously a great training tool.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think there's so many people like you mentioned that they think they can just go in and just pick this stuff up and retrieve it and put it on a plane. It's stable. Everything's going to be fine. You just can't do that.
There's no one in our government who's trained to do this, Ben. Like you have NEST teams, right? Nuclear emergency support teams. I have a couple of my buddies who went over to Fukushima to help them out. But there is no one who is a Tier 1 operator who's also a highly trained radiation worker. They just don't exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely. That is so true. And then I don't even know what the if you're exposed too much, what kind of poisoning, what kind of long-term damage that it can do, how you remove this toxic. I don't know that stuff, you know. But and at the same time, would it be better to just bomb the hell out of wherever it's at and hope nobody ever gets it? Or
well, that's the thing. It just doesn't go away. It's like any other mineral. It's like right. So if we bomb it more, we risk it going airborne. And if that happens, now you're pissing off Pakistan because you're sending a radioactive plume over their border. You know what I mean? And they're a nuclear superpower too. India, whoever the case may be. So frankly, I'm surprised we haven't already had that problem.
And there's a lot of people that don't even understand. I mean, I've got a couple of tritium dial watches. Extremely bad for you, right? I mean,
radiation there's radiation in your smoke detector. There's radiation in your night sights on your Glock 43. There's radioactive material everywhere. But it's like you said earlier, it's time, distance, and shielding, right? So you're able to minimize that. And there's radiation that we're receiving all the time that does not harm you. It's in high doses, right? So then if you were to go up topside for a Steel Beach picnic, you will receive more radiation topside than I do in the engine room.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like going back in the engine room and then going up in the missile compartment upper level. Bad idea.
Yep.
You know, I agree, man. I'm going to run this by the chat and see, but I've never really thought about the community that's going on here, but I think you're on this. I don't know about you and I don't know about the chat, but I get tired of all the negativity. It is everywhere. It's so easily found. But if you start talking about good things, positive things, it's really hard to find. It's really hard to find on social media.
It's almost like there's a law of conservation of happiness in the internet, huh?
See, they don't understand the law of happiness, right? Happiness cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred. And once that watertight door or the hatch is shut, there's a limited amount of happiness on that submarine. It can only be transferred, can't be created, can't be destroyed.
If you want happiness, you have to take it from another person.
You
by
find
making them
someone,
miserable.
yeah, you find someone and you crack enough your mama jokes on them that makes you laugh, makes them cry. You've got the happiness and then it transfers. Absolutely.
Thank you, Ben, for being so generous with your time. You always let me say whatever's on top of my head. You give me so much time. You're really
God
generous.
bless you, man. I appreciate it.
Acknowledge it.
I
Have a good day.
appreciate it. Take care. God bless. Have a good night. Let's see who else we got here. He is retired submarine nuclear electrician, and him and I can talk about some of that stuff. Let's see here. Just had an earthquake 22 miles south of Fernley, Nevada. God bless you. Stay, hopefully you didn't have too much coffee in your cup. Hopefully you didn't have too much coffee in your cup. How many of you would like to hear about what it would take to get uranium out of safely? Line 2, go. Turn that audio down. I'll hang up on you. What you got?
I'm doing it right now. Oh God, I didn't expect you to.
Line 2, go.
Yeah, Bit. Hey, this is Macon. I heard the other night on the. Hey, is that me? You got somebody else talking?
Your phone is really bad. It's kind of muffled, like you're in a bucket.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go for it. What you got?
All right. I was listening to another podcaster the other day. They were talking about the Tier 1 SEAL teams with a special corps that would could go in and extract it, but it would take a lot. But they've got they've been specially trained to do that. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I heard it was a Tier 1 group of SEALs that could do it.
It very well could be, but I'm not aware of it. Thank you for calling, sir.
Yeah.
God bless you. Let's go here. Line 3. What do you got?
Hey Ben, this is Sin from Florida.
Good evening.
Haven't heard from you. Well, hadn't called in a while. Been going.
Thank you for calling. God bless you.
God bless you. I wanted to just say hey to all of our Docs family out there tonight. You know, I just wanted to share that my husband was E5 sergeant in the Army, Vietnam, and he had Agent Orange, and when he came back home, he committed suicide. Second husband was 13 years sub bubblehead. I'd never want to marry another civilian ever, because any man that would fight for his country would fight for his family.
Absolutely.
And that's all I got to say.
Let me ask you this.
You
What
guys
part of
are
Florida are
awesome.
you in, Sin?
Central Florida, Grand Island, Florida,
Grand
32735.
My
Grand
wife
Island,
is
right
down in Tampa for the week. She's down there doing some business stuff for the week. She's
Yeah,
down in
she's on the Gulf of America.
Gulf of America. You betcha. God,
Yeah.
that sounds so good, doesn't it?
I'm about an hour northwest of Orlando, right in the central part of Florida. I'm in Lake County, and we have 2,000 lakes in this county.
Wow. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it, Sin. Thank
I
you.
love you,
calling.
Ben. I love your family, and I love everybody. Hey, Eric, Eunice, Lynn, AKG, Mike, Bruno, Joe Demet, all of
Good
you guys
community.
are my family. I love you all.
Take care. God bless you.
You.
Let's go line 6. What do you got?
Hey, C. Ray in Fort Worth.
Good evening.
U.S. Army Chemical Corps. What do you want to know?
U.S. Army Chemical Corps. Wow. Man,
Yep.
that's
We've talked to you a few times before.
we have talked a few times before. Now, the previous caller, he's a submarine nuclear electrician. Very well educated in the realms of uranium. You're probably the same way. This is not something you just grab and go. You don't just put it in a backpack and go somewhere unless you're going to do something bad with it and you don't care about your own well-being. Is that true?
Oh, that's pretty much the case. Yeah. I don't take my work home with me ever.
Exactly. Right. But that's why this stuff is so bad, because a country that doesn't care, a country that doesn't mind. I think Iran, you could describe them as a country of martyrs. There's no higher level of respect within their religion than being a martyr. So if they were to take some of this uranium and make a dirty bomb with it, that's the highest pinnacle that they can reach, right? You were in the Army. You've dealt with people like this.
All my life. I've been dealing with this for 47 years.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how we get the uranium back, but I think that's going to be.
We just need to deny them access at this point, and it's pretty much buried. And it'd be easier to just mine new uranium than dig it out.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if you leave it behind, if you could ever expect someone not to go and get it, right? Some evil villain or whatever, some James Bond level villain. That's my thoughts.
Oh no, it's kind of like robbing Fort Knox. I mean, it's going to be handled. It's going to be handled properly.
Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate you. Thank you for your service, brother. God bless you. There we go. Great call. Thank you for your service. Veterans, post your branch of service in the chat. Let's go right here. Line 2. Oh, they hung up quick. All right, no problem. No problem. Call back. I don't bite. Let's see here. Elon owns a boring machine company. Straight of America. I like that. Let's go right there. Line 3. What do you got?
Oh, not much today. How you doing, Ben? And prayers to G-Dub. But you talk about the uranium and radiation and all that. I'm just kind of looking at this kind of an OP thing. Uranium slow kills you and kills you internally and slowly. But H2S gas from under the ground will kill you in less than 2 minutes.
Really?
You know what H2S is?
I do. Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hydrogen sulfide gas.
Okay.
But here's the funny thing about it is, if it's in water, you can drink it. It's not going to hurt you because I've done it. But the H2S will kill you in 2 to 3 minutes, flat out. Because and when you work, you have to wear a thing on your wrist around H2S and watch your wind direction, because you always stay upwind of it because it stays low to the ground. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that both of those are the ones that I think that are really the worst, besides an atom bomb dropping, yada yada. But anyway,
well, thank
that's
you
about
for
all
calling.
I got to say, and thank you for the other day. Bye bye.
God bless you. Great call. Great call. All right, guys, I think I need to run through some of these super chats real quick. We got a bunch of them. We got a bunch of supers that came in, and I want to say thank you to everybody that's doing this. I've got a new veteran that I'm trying to help, female veteran that I came across through work. And this female veteran has a service dog, and I'm going to try to start helping her take care of her service dog. I don't like giving names and stuff like that away, but she's got some issues. She's got her own problems, and we all do. And I'm trying to help her out. So let's run through these super chats. Only 3 things in this world worth a solitary dime: old dogs, children, and watermelon wine. Doing the watermelon crawl there, huh? The Sammy Kershaw. Let's go. J-Rod. Thank you very much, J-Rod. Jonathan. God, please watch over G-Dub's father. Give him strength, peace, and comfort during this difficult time. Ease his pain. Guide the doctors and keep your healing hand on him. Be with his family. Amen. That is a beautiful one. Thank you, Jonathan. Alien and Alice, thank you very much. I sell cat litter. Every time they did flyovers over the U.S., we had to change the light bulbs on the red lights. Wow. Okay. Trump isn't leaving it around until the uranium is out. I think we saw that one. J-Rod, God bless you. Appreciate you. Paulie Shortcuts. I put your show on Saturday morning in bed, fell asleep, and then woke up to your new exit video at the end. Y'all want to see the new exit video? Do you want to? One for yes, two for no. Do you want to see the new outro that this submarine nuclear electrician made for me? Do you want to see it? One for yes, two for no. Don Williams, great singer. Best guitarist ever, though, is still Roy Clark, and you will never talk me out of that. J-Rod says, I don't think it's about money. Okay. I'm pissed I had to fix my own Hot Pocket. Well, your mommy was busy. If you want to see the new outro, let me know. If not, that's fine too. Here, we'll do a real poll here. Let's go right here. New outro video, yes or no? Let's go there. We'll run it back. If you want to see it, vote. Randy, Cigars for Warriors. I'm sending a bunch of cigars to the USS Tripoli, to a MEU of Marines there. I got a contact. Millions in defense before a cent in tribute. That's a great quote by Thomas Jefferson. Play the Marines also? Okay. If you look at the pictures, the man with the crown is above Trump. Gotcha. Smoke them if you got them. Arto Akudo. Thank you so much. Arto Kudo. 8741. Hoorah. There we go. Good evening, Mr. Ben and everyone in the chat. And Darren became a new member. I always try to get 10 new members. We didn't get very many new members tonight. We only got one new member. Maybe somebody could join the channel as a member and make me happy. Make me happy. Join the channel as a member. I'm going to put a link right there in the chat. There we go. And I think we should, let's go. Wait, where is that? Where did I go with that one? Anyway, I want to say thank you for everybody tuning in tonight. I want to say thank you all for watching. And I think we got to roll it. I think we got to roll.
Chief of the watch on the 1MC, pass the word. Dive, dive, sound 2 blasts of dive alarm, pass the word, dive, dive. Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Same old song again. Same old song again. Marching down the avenue. Marching down the avenue. We don't know when we'll be through. We don't know when we'll be through. Live, cry, live, cry. Cry, live, cry, live, cry, live, cry, live. A long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Recruiter just inside here. Recruiter just inside here. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Turns out I gave them 5 years. Had to get out of boot camp. Had to get out of boot camp. They won't like the smoking lamp. They won't like the smoking lamp. Now I'm a submariner. Now I'm a submariner. Rolling in the deep surf. Rolling in the deep surf. Top secret mission, hush, hush. Secret mission, hush, hush. No one's gonna find us. No one's gonna find us. 6 months below the ocean. 6 months below the ocean. I can't remember the sun. I can't remember the sun. Can't write my wife no letters. Can't write my wife no letters. And Tony's gonna get her. Tony's gonna get her. But I won't trade this life away. I won't trade this life away. Makes it worth the Navy pay. Makes it worth the Navy pay. And I can't be a bobblehead. I can't be a bobblehead. Might as well just be dead. Might as well just be dead. A long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. Heard it on the radio. Heard it on the radio. Sounds so good to me. Sounds so good to me. U.S. Navy submarine. U.S. Navy submarine. Live, fly, live, fly. Fly, live, fly, live, fly, live, fly, live. chorus sing. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Korea. I've been to Korea. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Desert Storm. I've been to Desert Storm. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Afghanistan. I've been to Afghanistan. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where have you been? Where have you been? I've been to Iraq and back. I've been to Iraq and back. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Hey, sailor. Hey, sailor. Where will you be? Where will you be? I'll be where I have to be. I'll be where I have to be. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for liberty. Fighting for freedom. Fighting for freedom. Live free, live free. Live free, live free, live free, live free.
Okay, guys, gals, girls, this is Ben Dyke Show. Smash a like and subscribe on your way out the door. See you in the next one. Ben Dyke Show is out.
We could do boom shakalaka. We love the boom shakalaka, you know. Nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it.
Rock on, salute, God bless you. Bubbleheads forever.